learning and engaging opportunities when it comes to internet governance. But yeah, let's start with the basic, internet governance. Is it a puzzle? Is it a Tower of Babel? We have this very fancy definition from the World Summit of the Information Society. I think no one actually knows this definition by heart. It looks a bit complex and yes, complicated. So internet governance as the development and application by governments, private sector and civil society in their respective roles of shared principles, norms, rules, decision-making procedures and programs that shape the evolution and use of the internet. So yes, once again, a pretty complex and complicated definition which I'm almost sure no one remembers it as such. So what does it mean in practice? Is internet governance a puzzle where a lot of stakeholders and actors contribute? Is it maybe a Tower of Babel where we are all trying to actually understand what's happening around? At Diplo, we look at internet governance as a sort of a building which is in permanent construction. And we have these various layers which we call baskets. 7 main internet governance baskets. We start with the infrastructure and standardization, which hopefully you can see at the bottom of the building. We have legal issues, cybersecurity, development, economic, social, cultural, and human rights. On the left side of the building, we have a lot of actors who are actually contributing to putting this building together. And then the various issues pertaining to each of these baskets put around the building, making it actually being built. So yes, internet governance is a complex and complicated structure. A building permanently under construction. Actually, at Diplo, we are permanently updating this illustration, and I think this is the 4th iteration. So if we look at internet governance as a puzzle, and if we want to contribute and participate in this process, we need to start by putting the pieces together. And this is where the actual capacity development gets in. And there are so many venues for all of us to get started and to learn about internet governance. And I am trying to present some of them. I will start with Diplo Foundation, which offers a lot of online courses on capacity development in internet governance. Here are some of them. We have an introduction to internet governance, which again is an online course. The deadline for application is in December, so you can go on our website and apply. There are scholarships available, so you don't really have to pay for taking the course. We have also online courses on cybersecurity, also a tailored course on cybersecurity for the region, e-diplomacy, internet technology and policy challenges. And we also have a master program in collaboration with the University of Malta. The deadline for applications is at the end of the month. You can go on our website and apply, and again, there are fellowships available. So you can benefit from these. Internet Society, we have Frederick here, and he can probably speak a bit more about this if needed. They also have online learning, the Inforum Learn Online platform. They have courses on shaping the internet, history and futures, spam and online threats, introduction to network operations, some example. ICANN also has online learning, the ICANN Learn platform, which offers a variety of courses, and these are only some examples. A visual guide to internet governance, to the history of internet, an introduction to ICANN, and beginner's guide to domain names, just to name a few. There are also fellowship programs which give you the possibility to attend meetings face-to-face and to engage in discussions with others interested in internet governance. In Europe, we have the European Summer School on Internet Governance, which takes place every year in July or August in Meissen in Germany. Again, they have fellowships available, so you can apply, they will cover your costs. ICANN has the fellowship program. Again, you can go and apply, and they support your travel to the ICANN meetings, and as you probably know, there are 3 ICANN meetings a year. Internet Society also offers fellowships programs for the IGF, for the IETF, and a couple of other meetings. So, if we put the pieces together and we understand what this internet governance is, what is the next step? It's actually becoming part of the puzzle, so contributing to putting it together or to building the building I showed at the beginning. How do we do this? There are several venues where you can actually contribute and participate. The global one, the Forum for Discussions on Policy, Public Policy Issues Related to the Internet, is the Internet Governance Forum, which was launched in 2006 as a result of the World Summit on the Information Society. So now it has its 11th meeting. It will be in December in Mexico. There are, again, fellowships available. So if you go on the IGF website, you will be able to apply for this. And again, ISOC offers some fellowships. Then the ICANN meetings, unlike the IGF, this is actually a place where things happen and decisions are being made. Policy making mainly related to the DNS, but we have many ICANN staff around so they can tell you a bit more than I can if you have questions. The great thing about ICANN is there are many supporting organizations and advisory committees, so you can find your place whichever stakeholder group you belong to. If you are government, technical community, academia, civil society, business, you can find your place in one of these constituencies. The Internet Engineering Task Force, this is a place more for technical people for the development of Internet standards, but they are open to everyone. The World Summit on the Information Society Forum is again a space for discussions on more broadly ICT and sustainable development, but they also touch on Internet governance issues. And this usually happens in June in Geneva, but they also have remote participation. At regional level, in Europe and then in our extended Southeastern European region, we have first the European Dialogue on Internet Governance, which is basically a regional IGF, a place where there are discussions on IG issues related to topics that are of interest for European stakeholders. The next meeting will be next year. The one for this year already took place in June. We have CDIG, which is the Southeastern European Dialogue on Internet Governance. It sounds a bit complicated, but it is for what we call Southeastern Europe and the neighboring area. So the neighboring area also includes Armenia, Georgia, and countries around here. The next meeting will be in May next year in Ohrid, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. We have a call for issues launched, so if you want to propose topics to actually discuss at both Eurodig and CDIG, you can do that, and we have a bunch of intersessional activities, but more about this a bit later. At regional level, we also have RIPE, and you know the meeting that was here yesterday was a part of this. At local level, we have the Armenian IGF, where we are now, ISOC Armenia, and probably you know many other venues more than I do. So, we know how to actually learn, we know where to go, but how do we keep up with developments? There are so many things happening in internet governance on every single day. It's really difficult to stay up to date with what's happening in all those various places and with all those actors. So, we are at Diplo are trying to help with this, and in cooperation with the Geneva Internet Platform and partially with the Internet Society, we have put together the Digital Watch, which has 3 components. A Digital Watch Observatory, a newsletter, and a monthly briefing, and I will take them one by one. The Observatory, this is an online place, there are links later on, where we gather we gather summaries of the latest developments in digital policies. We provide overviews of over 40 issues related to the internet. Yes, I'm sorry, I speak fast. I'll try to slow down. So issues, internet-related issues. Actors, we have over 200 actors. This is on our website. We provide a brief overview of each actor and the issues they are involved with and what they do related to those issues, and information about ongoing processes. For example, the IANA transition was featured on our observatory, and we provided daily updates with what was happening there. We also keep a calendar of upcoming and past events, so whenever you want to know what's happening in the region or globally, you can go and look there, and also research and data on internet policy. So this is how it looks, a part of it. You can go later online and check. These are the 7 baskets that I have mentioned. For each of these baskets, we have various issues. For example, under security, we have cybersecurity. And on the cybersecurity page, we have an overview of what the issue actually means, a brief description. Then we provide daily, or let's say one update every 2-3 days on what's happening in this particular case about cybersecurity. Then we list actors which are involved in cybersecurity, events related to cybersecurity. So you can just go on that page and see what's happening. The same with, I don't know, digital divide, privacy and data protection, copyright, and many other internet governance issues. This is a snapshot of the actors page and the events page. The second pillar of the Digital Watch is the Digital Watch newsletter. We publish it every month. It has around 8 pages, and in it we basically write about what happened in the previous month in internet governance. We had the September issue published just at the end of this, the past week after the IANA transition, on that night actually. So I think you can still find it outside if you are interested in seeing it. If not, you can also find it online. The next will be published at the end of October. And we also have monthly briefings on internet governance. So on every last Tuesday of the month, we meet online. Actually, our team in Geneva has an in situ meeting there, and someone from Geneva presents information about the latest updates, the monthly updates, and then there are discussions about what happened over the month. So you are all kindly invited to join us for these updates. They happen online, the briefings happen online. Then we are also trying to do similar things in our region, in Southeastern Europe and the neighboring area. And this is a new project we have launched in collaboration with the Southeastern European Dialogue on Internet Governance. Liana can also tell you more about CIDI because she is part of the organizing team of that initiative. So we have monthly summaries of internet governance and digital policy developments in the region. We are trying to gather together updates about what's happening in our countries. We only had one issue of this summary. It was not very comprehensive, but we're progressing. We're trying to do a bit more. If there are updates from Armenia, just write to us and we will include them in the next issue, or from neighboring countries. And we also joined the GIP, the Diplo monthly briefing with the Southeastern European Hub. So after the global briefing, we meet for a Southeastern European Hub and we discuss about what's happening in our region, basically. The next briefing is at the end of this month, on the last Tuesday, on 25 October. And these are some links for some of the resources I have mentioned. I'm sure this will be published online, so you can find basically everything here. And a kind invitation to be part of the puzzle and contribute to building the building. If there are questions or comments or concerns, I'm around now or later. I hope this has been a bit useful to you. Thank you also.